All right, so I got a DM on X from a young person, and because I've gotten these kinds of DM a lot of times, I've gotten this a lot of times from different young persons on almost every of my social media platform. So I thought I should share this because I know this will help a lot of young person. And so if you're a young person, you may want to stick around because this video will really help you. So I'll read out what he sent to me and then I will respond. It says, "Good morning. I see your stories and I am impressed. How did you start, like, just with a smartphone? You did all this. I am 22, but I don't have a laptop yet. But I want to learn a digital skill, but most of them requires a laptop. What skill do I start with just my smartphone?" I've gotten these questions in different dimensions, in different ways, in different manners from different persons across all my different platforms. And my responses are usually consistent. But then, for the sake of this video, I'm going to even give a more detailed response. Now, I can easily tell you the different skills you can learn with just your smartphone. I can easily just give you the skills. I can list them out, which I'm still going to do. But I want you to listen to me. The first thing you need to ask yourself is this: why do I want to learn a digital skill? Please listen to me. Ask yourself, why do I want to learn a digital skill? Why do you want to learn a digital skill? Right? And I can already guess what your answer will be, or at least one of your answers, which is that you want to make money. Because a lot of people reach out to me and ask me this question or questions that are similar to this when they maybe read my story. Okay, for example, maybe like my viral tweet that says I'm 21, blah 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 blah, and I earn 7 figures per month, right? A lot of people saw that and reached out, right? A lot of people saw that and reached out and asked me this similar question. And so maybe one of your goals is to make money, which is not an issue. If it were before, I would say, I mean, you don't have to learn a skill. You should not learn a digital skill because you want to make money, blah, blah, blah. But then it's going to be hypocritical to say people should not have it in their mind that they want to make money as a reason for wanting to learn digital skill when in reality, that is why a lot of people are actually trying to learn a digital skill. When I started learning in 2021, I was 16. And one of the reasons that made me give digital skill a shot was when I saw that my friend wanted to make 5,000 naira from a video he edited, from an intro video he did in my presence in just few minutes. And it just made me begin to see the possibility that exists, right? And then I gave it a shot because I saw that my friend wanted to make money. And so I feel like maybe this is the answer to the question I've been asking at 15, which is how can I make money legally? And so I gave it a shot and here we are today. So I started myself, I started learning digital skill somehow because I saw it as a way I could make money. But eventually I realized that it is not exactly like that. And that is one thing I want you to have at the back of your mind. I want you to really, really have this in mind that fine, you want to learn a digital skill because you want to make money, which is not an issue. But you need to understand that the kind of money you want or the money you want to make from this digital skill may not come as fast as you expect that it will come. Have this at the back of your mind because you see, like for example, now the DM I read out just now, he said something. He said I am 22, right? I'm 22, and all of that, and that already speaks of urgency. And a lot of young person want to learn a digital skill because they believe that okay, with the digital skill they are going to also start making 7 figures, start earning 6 figures, which is possible, which happens. I mean, no matter the digital skill you want to learn with your smartphone or with a laptop, there are people already doing that digital skill and are making tons of money from that skill. So that is a possibility. That is something that will still eventually happen. But you see, between the state you are right now, that of you being interested in learning digital skill, and to the state where you start getting the results and making the kind of money that you admire, it will take time. It will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of patience, and it will take a lot of work. Have this at the back of your mind, and I'm saying this so that you can manage your expectations, because a lot of young person do not know this, and that is why a lot of young person start learning a skill and eventually they dump it halfway because they are disappointed, they are frustrated. They started learning the digital skill because they saw a guy or somebody making tons and tons of money, maybe like this. They saw a young person like them, or even somebody younger than them, making a lot of money from it, and they felt like maybe I should learn this too. If I learn this, I'm also going to start making this kind of money, which is possible. But then it takes time. Okay, for example, now you see me, you see the post. Okay, I said I'm 21, and then I earn 7 figures per month, blah 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 blah. But what you do not know is that I've been designing for 5 years. Or what you may not know, I've been designing for 5 years, 5 years of consistently designing every single year, every single month, consistently, no breaks. 5 years, right? And so it is a build up, right? There is process. 5 years of paying a lot of spending a lot of money on courses, buying different courses. I still have courses that I got from 2022, from 2021. I still have courses that I bought from as long as that, right? So there is a process. Even the scriptures was talking, that's the Bible. And speaking of Jesus, he said that because of the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. Because of the joy that was set before him, because of the results ahead, because of the blessings ahead, he endured the cross, right? So even though he admired the blessing, he saw the um joy ahead. He saw that, if I'm able to eventually die for these people, these are what is going to happen. These are the kind of results I will get, right? Speaking in our language now, these are the kind of um things I will achieve if I'm able to endure this cross. But then he did not obsess so much about the joy that he forget to endure the cross today, because the joy is ahead, the cross is today. You have to carry to this cross to be able to enjoy the joy ahead. It is that simple. And so the journey is not just about knowing a digital skill to learn and then picking the digital skill and then learning it in expectation that maybe in like 1 month or 2 months you start making 7 figures. That is already a recipe for disappointment, a recipe for frustration. You are going to be tired. You are really going to be angry at yourself, right? And then it will now make it seem like everybody is a fraud. Oh, that guy is telling lie. Oh no, it's not any that much. Oh no, nobody's any that much. Oh no, it's a lie. And then why? Because I tried it. I tried learning this skill for like those so period, and I was not making so money. Not understanding that there was a process behind the scene. So have it at the back of your mind that this skill you want to learn, right? Whether you don't ask me this question or you have similar question, have it at the back of your mind that this skill you want to learn is one that will not bring in the kind of results that you want as fast as you want. It's going to take time, and you need to keep that in mind. You need to allow that register in your mind. You need to keep that in your subconscious, in your mind, wherever. Sure, let it be in your mind that it's not going to be bring the kind of result you want as fast as you want. That being said, the skills you can learn with your smartphone are a lot, right? You can learn graphic design with your smartphone. Now, let me also say this, that many of these skills you can start the learning process with your smartphone, but then over time you will need to eventually upgrade. But then you can start with your smartphone. I started designing with Pixel Lab in 2021. I started designing with my smartphone, in fact a very terrible smartphone, right? And then from there I got another smartphone and I kept designing with it, and then eventually I got a laptop, and then from there it just keeps going up and up and up and up, right? So but then you can start with your smartphone, but understand that you may be limited, right, until you upgrade to a PC. But then you can start with your smartphone. That's like the main point. So talking about the skills you can learn with your smartphone, there are a lot. Graphic design, social media management, virtual assistants, sales and marketing, right? Video editing, right? Motion design. You can start learning motion design with your smartphone. I have a friend that started his motion design journey with his smartphone, and with his smartphone, he was making multiple six figures from motion design, right? So you can start the process with your smartphone. In fact, many of these skills, if you are intentional enough and patient enough, they can fund your laptop. It was my design skill, it was my skill with my smartphone that funded my first laptop, right? So as much as possible, you just have to be patient and manage your expectations that the kind of result you want may not come as fast as you want, but then you have to be patient. I hope this helps you, right? And I hope this answered the question. Not just for the guy that asked, but then for other young persons that may have these questions in their mind. I'm going to see you in the next one.